From celebrity chefs to athletes and award-winning actresses, a huge amount of talent stems from Cornwall. There are those that were born in the county and others who spent the first years of their lives here. Others have fallen in love with the area and moved here to escape the limelight or raise their own children. Strictly Come Dancing 2019 celebrity contestants rumored to be taking part. Here's our A to Z of Cornwall's top celebrity exports, residents and fans. Sir Ben Ainslie. Sir Ben Ainslie. Image, Charlie Crowhurst. Getty Images. Sir Ben Ainslie, the most successful Olympic sailor of all time, grew up in Cornwall. The 41-year-old even has a sports centre named after him at his former school in Truro. David Baddiel and Morwenna Banks. David Baddiel and Morwenna Banks. The author and comedian David Baddiel has a home at Coverick on the Lizard Peninsula with his wife Morwenna Banks and their 2 children. The Queen asks Meghan Markle to take over 4 of her roles. David Cameron. David Cameron is spotted enjoying himself on a Cornish beach, surrounded by an entourage of 10 bodyguards. David Cameron and his family are big fans of Cornwall and can regularly be spotted taking to the sea in Polsey, near their £2 million holiday home in Trebetherick. John Rhys Davies. Actor John Rhys Davies and producer Barry M. Osborne attend the world premiere of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Image, Getty Images. Who doesn't know and love Gimli? Well, John Rhys Davies, who embodied the character in all 3 Lord of the Rings films, also went to Truro School. Edward Roker. Now King. Image, Sally Adams. Spice Girls want dancers to join them on 2019 reunion tour. Edward Rowe, aka Now King, is a comedian from Roche who is incredibly passionate about all things Cornwall. Mick Fleetwood. Mick Fleetwood arriving at the Brit Music Awards at Royal Albert Hall. Image, Mirapix. Born in Redruth, Mick formed one of the best-selling rock bands in history, Fleetwood Mac, whose Rumours is one of the seminal breakup albums. Helen Glover. Penzance's much-loved Olympian, Helen Glover. Image, Greg Martin. Chloe Madeley argued with her dad Richard about Brexit on her wedding day. Olympic champion rower Helen Glover MBE grew up in Penzance and was ranked as the world's #1 female rower in 2015. Hugh Scully. Image, PA. Former Antiques Roadshow presenter Hugh Scully was at his home in Cornwall watching television when he passed away in 2015. Ian Glenn. Ian Glenn. Image, PA. Ian Glenn, most famous for playing Jorah Mormont in fantasy drama, Game of Thrones, regularly has to nip down to Cornwall for filming with his delicious pal, Don French. Paul Dark cast start filming final scenes for last ever series John Nettles. Actor John Nettles with his Officer of the British Empire, Hope Nettle. Image, Getty Images. The actor played in Bergerac and Paul Dark. He was born in St Austell and attended St Austell Grammar School. Kristen Scott Thomas. Kristen Scott Thomas, the Cornish actress, was born in Redruth in 1960. She is famous for her roles in 4 Weddings and a Funeral and Mission Impossible. John Le Carre. John Le Carre. Image, PA. Hugely successful author John Le Carre, author of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and The Night Manager, has lived in St Buryan for more than 40 years and reportedly owns a mile of cliff near Land's End. Steve McFadden. EastEnders star Steve McFadden pictured having completed the mile-long Falmouth Castle to Castle swim in aid of the RNLI. McFadden, known for playing EastEnders Hardman Phil Mitchell, has a home in Falmouth and leases other properties in the area. Thandie Newton. Supporting actress in a drama series winner Thandie Newton poses with her Emmy during the 70th Emmy Awards. Actress Thandie Newton, star of American series Westworld and numerous films, including Crash, was born in London and lived in Zimbabwe for 3 years, but her family then moved to Penzance. Jamie Oliver. Jules Oliver and Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver and wife Jules regularly travel to Cornwall for their holidays. The 43-year-old chef obviously has a penchant for the county, having opened his award-winning Jamie Oliver's 15 Cornwall at Watergate Bay. Sam Palladio. Sam, star of Nashville and The Princess Switch, was brought up in Penzance and went to Humphrey Davies School and then Truro College. Q equals Queen's Roger Taylor, Brian May, left, and Roger Taylor, right, of Queen, and Rami Malek pose in the press room with the award for Best Motion Picture, Drama for Bohemian Rhapsody, at the 76th Annual Golden Globe Awards. Image, Jordan Strauss, Envision, AP. The most famous musician to emanate from Truro, Roger Taylor was already touring Cornwall in bands while still at Truro School. He formed Smile after moving to London to study dentistry, before the band morphed into Queen, playing their first gig under that name in Truro. The rest is rock and roll history. R equals Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen. The 51-year-old has spent more than £10 million on property in Cornwall over the past few years, buying 3 properties in Rock and Fowey since 2015. He is currently building a multi-million-pound home at Rock and just finished renovating an old Lloyds Bank building on 4th Street in Fowey. S equals Rick Stein. Fancy your eggs fried by Rick Stein? Naysayers are quick to point out that Stein isn't Cornish, but he's done more than anyone to make Cornwall one of, if not the finest parts of Britain for dining. He owns 4 restaurants in Padstow, and other establishments in Falmouth, Porthleven and New Quay. And to think it all started from a mobile disco in what has become known as Padstein. T equals Aidan Turner. Aidan Turner shares a joke during a break from filming. Image, SWNS. Okay, so he might not be Cornish or even live here, but being the star of one of the most successful Cornwall-based dramas on TV for many years has got to mean something. U equals University of Falmouth Chancellor Dawn French. Dawn French has sent the Twitter sphere into meltdown with her love of jam first, cream teas. We obviously couldn't write a list about Cornwall's celebs without including our favorite, Dawn French. V equals Phil Vickery. Phil Vickery starting his rugby union career in Bute and then Redruth. Vickery was a member of England's World Cup winning squad in 2003 and is a former England captain. He played in 3 Rugby World Cups and toured Australia and South Africa with the British and Irish Lions. W equals Will Young. British singer, songwriter and actor Will Young. Image, Glenkirk, AFP, Getty Images. The pop idol singer has a home in St. Breward, where he can regularly be seen in the village pub. X equals X Factor's Benji Matthews in the studio. The Truro teenager stole hearts around the world and even gained a celebrity fan when he appeared on The X Factor in 2017. When is Cold Feet back on TV for Series 8? Air date revealed. Y equals Tom York. Radiohead's Tom York on stage earlier this year. Radiohead frontman Tom York owns a property in the tiny village of Crackington Haven, near Bude. Z equals Zomboy. Zomboy alias Josh Melody. Pictured in Hong Kong in December, he has headlined a New Year's Eve party in New York attended by thousands of fans, has 1.4 million followers on Facebook, and he's from Penzance.